What is going on out there, peeps? All right, let's get into gold, silver, and crypto just a little bit. Got some interesting news to share with you. Some of it's pretty fun. So we'll go ahead and share that here in just a couple of seconds. But a quick reminder, everybody, you should be buying precious metals. All right, and when you do, give a consideration to our friends over there at Money Metals Exchange. The link is down below in the description. June 28th is coming up quickly, so we'll keep an eye on that. A lot of people are jabbering about it, and in case you guys haven't been paying attention to the prices of gold and silver, they keep trying to climb up and they keep getting smacked down. But they're going to break the barrier sooner or later. Nonetheless, if you are going to buy it, again, go to Money Metals. If you're a first-time buyer in Puerto Rico or the United States and you spend more than $100, use promo code Pimpy, P-I-M-P-Y, and you will get a free half ounce of silver. Go support our friends over at Wall Street Silver, both on YouTube and on their Reddit page. The links for them are down below in the description. You guys also know that in my comments, beware of the frauds, the fakes. When I post something that has a gray box around my name, the fake people don't. And I won't send you to any kind of WhatsApp or anything like that. You guys know we got Pimpy's investment chat over here. Same name as the YouTube channel. We do talk about gold, silver, cryptocurrencies, as well as foreign currency investments. So here we go. Let me just refresh this real quick so we can see where we are. So the markets go up slightly. Gold coming down slightly, but they're still pretty much the same range. Our range. They've been what's a good way to put it? They've been I don't know, stagnant lately. Both teetering. Gold's been around 1900. Silver playing around $28. It's just a matter of time, man. I'm waiting for them to break out. I really am. I really thought cryptocurrencies were going to make a run for it, but I noticed they're kind of doing the same thing, running horizontal. Not a lot going on with them. So they seem to have plateaued. Not going up, not going down. That's for sure. So, yeah, as we get closer to the 28th, I'm anticipating some interesting things. Somebody shared some information with me about Dogecoin. I want to dig into that just a little bit more, and also something tied into Elon Musk and what the true purpose of Dogecoin might be. So I just know it's a joke token, but I'm curious to see where this goes. Chico Crypto, you guys you heard me talk about this way back in the olden days, that if I had a Pimpy University and I wanted to have definitely a crypto professor, it would be Chico Crypto. He's unbiased, he really is, and he gives you the news, good, bad, and ugly. That's why I respect him. But he's been doing a lot of videos about running into, you guys need to run into Ethereum. As a matter of fact, he sold all of his Bitcoin and put it all into Ethereum. So I got to catch the reason why, but I encourage you guys to go check him out, Chico Crypto. Okay, so again, here's where we are right now. You got a bunch of people saying, oh, this is the Wyckoff in the accumulation stage. This is the Wyckoff, the back end of the going down stage. I said this, if it keeps up at this rate, this definitely is accumulation stage, in which then it goes back up. But we will see where it leads to. So LBRY in my group on Facebook posted this. This is really interesting. Look at this. The first physical gold ATM opened up in Prague. Is that right? So look at this sucker. You can just put your money in there. It comes out gold. The physical gold bullion ATM in the Czech Republic has been launched in the center of Prague with a company looking to add more in the near future. I think that'd be kind of cool. But I think for the most part, people wouldn't want gold as much as they would silver. Most people can't afford gold. Just a few kilometers from the Prague Gold Seek office, the ATM has been installed at the main entrance next to other cash ATMs. As you enter into one of the main malls of the city, you will see this. Nice. So upon hearing of the gold ATM unraveling this morning in the Czech, I had an extreme rare burst of excitement to go to the shopping mall and test it out and confirmed by the company Go Plus I was their first client. The machine offers 3 options, but only 2 were in stock. The 1 gram bars, the 10 gram bars, and of course the 1 ounce bars of gold. And the prices, according to this guy, is very, very competitive. They're within about 9% of stock, I think is what he said, or spot. So, again, the machine accepts cash only. Makes you wonder if they're taking a cash out of circulation by tempting you with precious metals. So anyways, there's the prices. Here it is. You can see this little bar comes out. Nice. So we can watch him. The funny thing is they put this here, right? And all you do is just see him. Look at this. He's just putting in the cash. That's it. So like you said, you're putting in your fake money, and out comes real money. Nice, like the way you put that. Again, I think silver will probably sell a little bit more quicker. That's just my opinion. But this is good to see. It really is. I like this. That's pretty exciting. Goes on to talk about it a little bit more in here about these machines and the names of the company behind them. So I will post a link so you guys can come over and check this out. Pretty exciting. I would probably freak out a little bit in a good way, running over to an ATM machine just to pull out, just for kicks and giggles, just to pull out some silver or precious metals. What do you guys think? Look at this. Congressman presses security Yellen for disclosure of U.S. gold activities. Remember I was telling you about, what's his name? Well, heck, I spoke about him yesterday. And then we had Money Metals. Stefan sent me this over. Send this over to me. So there's Mooney. Remember I was telling you Senator Mooney was trying to put out a bill. So HR 3526. You guys, I encourage you guys to call your representative because this is big. So we want to call them and tell them to support Mooney's bill so we can get the audit of our gold reserves. But not just that, he actually wants to audit the Fed as well. He wants to figure out what kind of activities, what have they been up to. So Congressman presses Secretary Yellen for disclosure of U.S. gold activities. So again, this is Mooney, sponsors the Gold Reserve Transparency Act, HR 3526. You guys, we want to call representatives and push for this. So here's what he wants to know, which is good. I mean, this is a good question. According to the testimony in 2011 by Gary Engel, the Director of Financial Management and Assurance at the Government Accountability Office, about 5% of the U.S. gold holdings were stored at the time in the Federal Reserve Bank of New York. He also stated that the gold is not considered audited, and that no assessing or inventory of the gold has occurred since 1986. At the current time, with the amount the U.S. gold holdings is vaulted at the Federal Reserve in New York, so by the Federal Reserve or using other depositories. Also, the gold been recently audited, assessed, and or inventoried. So if you could, he wants to know, please, what's going on. So one of the questions for the purposes, is the United States gold bullion stored at the Federal Reserve? Because the Federal Reserve is not a government entity. It's a privately owned bank. So why are we storing our gold with them? I'm sure they're charging us a nice little fee in addition to using our gold for all kinds of illegal crap. Who knows? According to the testimony, Mr. Engel, the Federal Reserve Bank of New York gold holds gold for other nations as well. Is the U.S. owned gold stored at the Federal Reserve held in a physically segregated manner from the holdings of other nations, which is a great question. During a 2011 hearing, one of the representatives referenced a report that 261 million ounces of U.S.-owned gold is part of the IMF's reserve. So is that what it is? We're sending that over there? At present, how many ounces of U.S.-owned gold are in the possession of the IMF or pledged to the IMF? And where is that gold kept? Also, please describe the purpose and nature of this arrangement, as well as what oversight procedures are in place. See, this is the thing. These privately owned entities are playing with our money, our gold, but there's no oversight. You can't audit them. They won't let you audit them. Again, this is the amazing power of bankers and their ability to use their power to influence one way or another politicians. So yeah, I like that Mooney's doing this. I hope he continues. It says how much U.S. owned gold is in the possession of and or used by Exchange Stabilization Fund as part of this activity. What is the purpose and nature of the ESF's gold activities? Hell yeah, we want to know it. And then he goes on to say, he wants to know what it's being used for, who has it, and but this is a good one. Please provide details to what U.S.-owned gold is currently pledged, swapped, leased, or otherwise encumbered, and for what purposes, including but not limited to arrangement involving the Bank of International Settlement, the BIS, the World Bank, the IMF. These are all the boogeyman. So yeah, I want to know. So I hope this gets through. So again, we want to make sure that we do our part and call representatives to get this taken care of. So this article is from the other day. I meant to bring it up and I didn't. Bitcoin and other cryptos fell after Weibo blocks rekindle fears of China crackdown. So remember, it was causing a dip in the value of Bitcoin. Said the price of Bitcoin and other cryptos fell Saturday after a large number of cryptocurrency key option leaders and Weibo were blocked. A move some are viewing as a sign of further crackdown on cryptos by China. So this is what I'm talking about once again. The fact that a government even has this type of power over cryptocurrencies always concerns me. Okay? So this isn't the same as their announcement that caused a huge drop in cryptocurrencies. This is a whole separate announcement that caused the price of cryptocurrencies to drop again. So again, I tell you, these are my concerns, and now the concerns that I have are being played out currently. But again, have no fear, crypto people. There is a gentleman I'm getting ready to talk to who is going to be able to convince me otherwise, is the word. So I'm looking forward to this. And here we go again. So even more bad news for cryptos. IMF sees legal economic issues with El Salvador's Bitcoin move. I told you, these banks aren't going to allow anything to compete with their currency, not unless they can get a piece of that pie, man. That's how corrupt they are. As soon as that whole country announced that the Bitcoin was going to be their only legal tender, then all of a sudden IMF says, oh, there's a problem. And trust me, the governments will find a way to squeeze a country if they don't want them to use that. I say screw it, use it internally and, tell them to kiss your butt. But we'll see. The IMF said Thursday it has economic and legal concerns regarding the move of El Salvador to make Bitcoin a paralegal tender. Further clouding the outlook for an IMF-backed program and widening the spread of countries' bond. So look at the IMF, again, tied into what's going on with the central banks. They're already giving you a heads up. They don't like what's going on. If you use cryptocurrencies, they want you to use their central bank cryptocurrency or digital currency. So we'll see. El Salvador becomes the first country in the world to adopt Bitcoin as a legal tender. So we know about this. So adoption of Bitcoin as legal tender raises a number of macroeconomic, financial, and legal issues that require very careful analysis. No, what they don't like is the fact that that country can circumvent all kinds of things such as tariffs and penalties. So they don't want them to have that kind of freedom. Let's just be honest about it. So anyways, here you go again. You're feeling good. A country turns it into a legal tender, and already you have the big banks talking about how much of a problem this is going to be. Hopefully they don't interfere. So for us gold and silver people, look at this. Inflation surges as consumers' prices leap 5%, the biggest jump since 2008. We know that's a lie, and I'm talking about the 5%. It's much higher than that. Depends on what you go to buy. Oil prices going up. Gas prices going up. Food prices going up. It's just crazy. But again, one protection against inflation, precious metals. Inflation continues to surge in May, with consumer prices accelerating at the fastest pace in more than 12 years as the economy emerges from the Rona. So you would think as the economy is opening up, more people are going back to work, it should actually strengthen the economy. That's why they should open it up 100%. But anyways, I brought this article to your attention to show you that, what the hell is this? CPR. Anyways, the lizard drowned in CPR. It's amazing what people do. Inflation 5%. We're going to see super inflation or hyperinflation here really super soon. And thank God. Oh man, that looks terrible. But the poor little doggy in there. So sorry, sidetracked by the video. But anyways, keep an eye on inflation. It's going to continue to go up. And the one thing that protects you against inflation, obviously, is precious metals. Okay? So anyways, you guys, that's it for now. You guys seen the video that I dropped last night involved in discussing the QFS system. If you haven't, go check it out. I will have an update on that in just a little bit, and I'll be able to post this so you guys can hear what's going on. I'm looking for some really exciting news to happen here within the next, where we at 4:30, hopefully by 5:30. I'll share it with you once I get it, and then then you can look forward to a very, very interesting interview that's coming up. Anyways, you guys, that's it. Hit the thumbs up button. If you're not a subscriber, please do so, because when you do, it helps out the channel, and I surely do appreciate it. That's it for now. I'm out.